Hello everybody, today's Thursday, May 27th. It's our second refresh message this week. I'm Pastor Steve Green. Our subject is I will be with him in trouble, and that comes from Psalm 91. Picking up where we left off yesterday, Romans 12 verses 1 to 2, Paul says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. A key word is reasonable. It's reasonable service. In verse 2, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so in that second verse, we want to focus on the renewing of our mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So one reason that we're willing to submit ourselves to the renewing of our mind is the consequences of renewing our mind is we become a living, breathing, walking, talking demonstration of God's will. Because of that benefit, that huge benefit to us, then it becomes more reasonable to us to consider, okay, maybe I need to give more serious thought to this idea of presenting my body a living sacrifice to God. Psalm 91 is a small sampling of the will of God. In a hazardous world, and these are all thoughts from Psalm 91, in a hazardous world, He is our refuge. Now, this is the will of God, and again, the will of God, we become a demonstration of the will of God as we present our bodies a living sacrifice. So, in a hazardous world, He is our refuge, He's our fortress. He saves us from a devil who is craftily trying to ensnare us. He saves us from disease. He protects us from all manner of threat. Even if 1,000 fall at our side and 10,000 at our right hand, whatever it is, it won't come near us. No evil shall befall us, neither shall any plague come nigh our dwelling. We have authority over the devil. God will set us on high. We will call upon Him and He will answer us. He will be with us in trouble. He will honor us. And with long life He will satisfy us and show us His salvation. That's just a partial list of the will of God being in action in our life. So this provokes in us perhaps a motive to reconsider and to think, okay, it's a reasonable thing. That's the renewing of my mind. It's a reasonable thing for me to present my body a living sacrifice. The renewing of our mind is coming to think that presenting our bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, is reasonable.